Welcome to day one of Environmental Justice with the Green Jobs Training Institute. I'm your host, Bertina Carter, and today we're going to start learning about environmental justice. What is it? How did it get started? And why does it even matter? We're going to explore the roots of the environmental justice movement and learn some terms you can use to talk about environmental justice. So, when I was in junior high, there was an aluminum plant directly across the street from my school. We had many teachers in the double digits who all developed all types of cancer: breast cancer, bone cancer, brain cancer, throat cancer. Some of them lost their lives to the cancer. Some survived, like my mom did, and are still here today. All types of people lost their grandparents, parents, friends to cancer problems. At age 13, I never thought about the reasons for it. It was just how life was. But it turns out it was a perfect example of a neighborhood of color affected by environmental racism. Environmental racism means the intentional locating of polluting and waste facilities in communities primarily populated by African Americans, Latinos, Indigenous people, Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, immigrants, farm workers, and low-income workers. Since the 1980s, residents of these communities have been fighting to make their voices heard when state and local governments decide where to build hazardous waste facilities and other industrial plants. That's because those industrial facilities are known to create pollution that affects the health of residents. The residents are fighting for environmental justice. That's equal protection from environmental hazards under the law and participation in the decision-making around environmental policies. Pollution isn't just something that smells bad and clouds up the air or leaves slimy residue in the gutters. Pollution refers to substances that humans release into the environment through air, water, or soil that have harmful or poisonous effects. Pollution has been linked to cancer, cardiovascular disease, respiratory diseases, reproductive and immune system disorders, just to name a few of the health effects. Marginalized communities shouldn't have to take on that burden. Imagine a world where everyone, regardless of their race or income, can breathe clean air, where everyone thrives, where everyone can live and not have to worry about the water they're drinking or the soil their children play in on the playground. That's another way I like to define environmental justice. So let's look at the roots of this movement in the U.S. How did we get here? I'm going to tell you about a couple of first big events that kicked off a concerted environmental justice moment that is still happening today. The Civil Rights Movement of the 1960s sounded the alarm about the public health dangers for Black, Latino, Asian American, Pacific Islander, and Native Americans. The National Farm Workers Association formed to secure better pay and working conditions for farm workers, and Native American activists were fighting for their right to continue to exist as sovereign nations. In 1979, right here in Houston, attorney Linda McKeever Bullard brought a lawsuit against Southwestern Waste Management for planning to put a municipal landfill within 1,500 feet of a local public school and within 2 miles of 6 additional schools. It was the first litigation in United States history charging a corporation with racial discrimination in waste facility location under civil rights laws. The neighborhood was 82% Black. That's when the term environmental justice was coined. The lawsuit ultimately failed to keep out the landfill, but the environmental justice movement had begun. The second major and publicized protest of Black Americans against the landfill site was in 1982, when the state government of North Carolina decided to create a dump for toxic PCB-laced soil in Warren County, which was a low-income Black community. Residents mounted mass demonstrations to rally against it. The national attention from this led to some studies. In one of these studies, the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, which was formed in 1970, investigated 4 similar landfills in the region and found that all were located in Black communities. You can check out a more detailed environmental justice timeline on the EPA website linked in our description. And we've also got a video linked there that dives into more of the events throughout the movement from 1982 to the present day. When you take a look, you'll see both helpful and upsetting moves that political administrations have made throughout the years concerning the health of minority communities. No matter what your economic status is, no matter what color your skin is, no matter where you work or what your name is, everyone has the right to enjoy clean water, fresh air, and good soil. That's why I'm going to teach you how you can keep yourself safe, how you can advocate for yourself and your neighbors, and how you can make sure that these travesties, like what happened in my neighborhood growing up and are still happening today right here in Houston and all over the U.S., don't continue to happen. So, what can you do today with this new knowledge that you have been armed with? Your assignment for today is to look up your neighborhood and find out what environmental justice issues are happening in your hood. Use your favorite friend, your cell phone, Google, or your girl Siri. She'll help you to do a search. I'm a droider, so I'm going to be a Google girl. So you simply just type in the name of your neighborhood, Sunnyside, 3rd Ward. You can add the city if you want to, and environmental justice. From there, see what you can find. News links, everything from crime to environmental injustices to environmental racism. If you don't know the name of your neighborhood, search using your zip code and the word neighborhood. It'll tell you what neighborhood you're in if you don't know already. Once you find an issue in your neighborhood or your city, tell someone about what you learned. And I will see you in the next video, the beginning of our EJ Short series.